Hey y'all, welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans.
Yes, hi, and happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Yes.
That is why we're a bit late.
Whoops.
Yes, that's why we're a bit late.
I'm giving up.
I know. It's whatever.
It's been very humid the past couple days, and obviously you can see. So, yes, we went out to dinner for Father's Day. For my husband, we worked on the boat today, so we managed to finish fixing the bilge.
Always good.
And we repaired the water intake so that we actually can get water to the sinks.
Always important.
Yes, but we didn't get to fill the water tank. So we have to go back tomorrow and work at high tide because, hey, we can only bring this boat to the dock at high tide. So we've got just a few other things to finish fixing, which we normally would have done earlier in the spring, except we were away in Peru and just couldn't get it done. But we're doing pretty good. So we should be in good shape for Connecticut.
Good.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Yes.
So what's new with you?
Well,
you got to measure Grandpa's arms.
I did. I don't think I got the best measurements because he was wearing a suit jacket, but I think
we decided
20 inches is a
20
good...
inches would work.
Yes. So.
She measured 19 and a half, then said, well, I'll go 20 and a half. I went, let's do 20.
Yeah.
Because the likelihood is that he's going to lose this sweater anyway. Right?
I'm tempted to put a no leaving the house in this sweater rule.
Well, no,
sweater.
You can't make rules. You've met the man. You can't make rules.
Which is also why I'm like, why did Daddy tell him I was making him a sweater?
Because your father can't keep a secret.
I know.
Yes.
This is why he doesn't get told about things.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely true. So.
He's the worst.
You can show how much work you've done.
I have. I've done a lot of work. So, we have body of a sweater. I have 7 inches. Ow. As a...
What'd you do?
I poked myself in the chin with the needles. Because I'm talented.
Why don't we hold it up the way it's supposed to be?
Because I didn't want to lose where my needles are.
Well, you're not going to lose where your needles are.
So,
there we are.
There we are. I have 7 inches.
It's really come quite a ways.
I know.
This is really very nice. It's impressive.
Thank you.
So, how many more inches do you have to do?
I have 11 more inches.
That's not bad.
No.
Not bad at all.
Yeah,
it's very impressive.
It's coming along. It's coming along.
It's such a pretty color too.
It is, and I haven't had much knit joe recently. Much knitting mojo this week.
Pourquoi pas?
I don't know. It's very sad.
My thumb hurts.
Oh my! I don't know. That's so sad.
It is. I don't think it's not carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel's in here. Yeah. My thumb is giving me problems. I'm ignoring it.
Good.
I'm taking Advil.
I also worked a bit on my Pagona by Stephen West. I put like 3 or 4 rows on it since we last saw.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. How's your sock coming?
My sock.
How's sock love
is coming pretty well.
Ooh.
I have
turned the heel.
I have done the straight section of the heel where you're supposed to leave some plain rows.
Nice.
And I am 2 pattern rows into the leg.
And what do you do? A total of 6?
Something
8?
Like that. 8. I have to check the other
Very
sock.
Pretty.
I didn't take
love
the other
colors.
Sock. I know.
Such a pretty ball to get.
Yeah. So
I don't know why that one woman told us that it made terrible socks.
I don't know. Because she doesn't know how to make socks, obviously.
I guess.
So
decided to use a size 2 or 3 needle. I was like, really? I make my socks in a size 1.
Yeah.
I have to use a 0 at one time.
Yeah, these are size 1s I'm working on, I think. Oh, so these are 1s. So Saturday, I had a bridal shower I went to. I put these out while they were opening gifts. It was a very large bridal shower. We're talking
100 people?
No, I mean maybe there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were about 10 people per table.
That's 100.
No, there weren't 10 tables. There were about 60. So 60.
60. That's still very large.
It was very large. And so there were a lot of gifts. So I pulled out my knitting.
And she knew nobody except the bride.
Exactly. And the bride would not, like, if she saw me pull it out, she'd be like, okay.
Yeah, really. She knows us. Former student of mine.
Yes. So I pulled out my knitting, and I guess one of her great aunts, or an aunt somewhere in the family, saw that I was knitting socks on these circulars. And she came over and she made a joke about how I should knit her a hat because she was so cold and they hadn't brought the coffee yet. And I was like, well, if I had the right needles and yarn, I could totally do that for you. And then she came over to ask me. 10 minutes. Yeah, she came over and asked me then about my circular needles because she knits hats and things, she said, on double points. And so she wasn't sure where to get these. So I told her to check out Webs and Knit Picks. And Amazon for like the ChowGoo red lace. I wasn't really sure what she was trying to say because there was a lot of noise around, and she was very heavily accented little Italian woman. Very sweet, very sweet. So hopefully she'll be able to find needles that are suitable for her. But I thought that was really cute that she was like, oh, what are those? And I was like, it's a 60-inch circular. It's, to do it so I don't lose my needles. She goes, I'm always losing my needles.
I know. That's the hardest part about having double pointed. Yes. So, or sticking myself in the hand.
Yeah, that's my problem.
As I've said before, at some point I must have been much more coordinated than I am now because I have a full set of sizes of double points. And obviously I've lost the skill. I do like making them on circulars. Yeah. So yes, I've not made any progress on my socks. But, I've made a lot of progress on a few other things.
I know.
Yes. So, I'll show my dress. My dress is not something I take on the boat when we're going to do work on the boat, because work on the boat means, Carolyn, can you stop and go press this button and can you whatever?
Can someone help me? Yeah. Okay, give me a minute. No, I need help now. Right now.
And he doesn't plan ahead.
No.
So the dress doesn't go with me because I'm keeping count, so I'm making the decreases at the right time. And
so it's currently an at-home project.
It's an at-home project. If it's not done by the time we leave for Connecticut and Rhode Island, I think it's going to stay home. And I'll bring a few other things with me. I might bring the sweater that I need the sleeves done, or maybe my featherweight, or both. I may bring those two sweaters. Anyway, I've made progress on my dress. So unlike last week when I was showing my belly, you can see, look at this. And so if I left it right here, I would have an empire dress. It's just about the right length.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be here. So it's at least 2 more inches for the yoke.
Yes.
I'm going to do all of my decreases.
Good.
I think I have 3 sets more to do. And then that would bring it up to here. And then I just work the sleeves. Yeah. I do an increase with the sleeves. And so it's moving along. Yeah. I am very pleased. I really love it.
Super cute.
It's doing quite well. So I may add a little extra length in case I want to belt it. Anyway, it's moving along quite nicely. And then I mentioned my featherweight, which come November will be 2 years old. And on the needles.
Oh, kind of like my artichoke French that's been on the needles for like 2 years.
Yes. But anyway.
Come September.
I
think your anniversary, it will be 2 years.
I am on the ribbing.
Yes.
So my problem with the featherweight was that it was an indeterminate length. And I decided that we've reached the end. I was trying to make it longer than the pattern. That's why it was an indeterminate length. What can I tell you? So anyway, I'm thinking, it says a 2-inch rib. I'm thinking of a 3-inch rib.
Okay.
To give it weight. And then I have finally figured out what some of these random holes are. I tend to, if I'm not watching my knitting, I tend to stick it in the stitch that's below the one I'm supposed to be knitting and knit the two together.
Really?
Yes. So it makes a...
Only when you're doing picking, though.
No.
You're doing this all the time?
Doing this all the time.
Oh, lovely.
Today I found a new thing that I do to make holes in my sweaters. if I'm not paying attention, I'll do a random yarn over.
Oh, God.
So
it's a good thing she's cute. Because anyone else, I'd probably be like, how could you do this?
So anyway, today I found one kind of somewhere down in here. And I thought it was my typical knit two together type of thing from the row below. So I went down and looked at it. No, it was a random yarn over type of thing. So what I figured out, if you make one left or make one right, if you're pulling it up. So if, for example, you took the stitch below it and then went on with it, it filled it in.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Oh,
because for some reason now with that extra stitch, I've got an even number of stitches on my ribbing. So for the 2x2 ribbing, I did not want to get rid of that stitch, especially since it was in the middle around here someplace. Anyway, you can see that I've managed to fix that hole.
Yeah,
I'm really pleased. So I started this sweater because I desperately needed a very light black sweater because I'd managed to hole out my previous sweater on the newel post.
At the old, this house.
This house. So it's coming along. I figure that I'm going to take it with me on the boat because when I finish the ribbing, I can wear it as a vest and it will at least give me body warmth on the boat. And then I will
pop the sleeves on.
Pop the sleeves on, yes. So I'm quite pleased with that.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing I've been working on.
Look at you being all knitting and stuff.
Well, remember Mother's Day when we went shopping with Grandma?
Yes.
And we went to a sewing store.
Yes.
And we picked up those new patterns by Megan Nielsen. And I had fabric.
Yes.
Now, I was trying to get it done. Now, I'm not wearing it. This is not the dress I made. No.
Oh!
So I have gotten as far as joining the top to the bottom.
Nice!
I'm very pleased. And I have to admit that I made a serious mistake. I was working along and I had joined piece, piece 1 with piece 2 and piece 3. That just needs to be pressed out.
Oh, okay.
We're fine.
Okay.
We are fine. And then they started talking about piece 5. Piece 5 is back over here. And in fact, if I went downstairs, I'd have another piece 5 for you.
Uh-oh, what did you do?
Because I sewed piece 5.
You sewed the back side to the front side without
I did. I sewed
middle.
Piece 5 to piece 4.
Uh-huh.
So and then I top stitched it.
Of course you did.
I top stitched it. I don't know if you can see that. No, probably not. But I did top stitch it, and then I trimmed it.
Of course you did.
Of course. And then I looked at what I had done, and I almost cried. I'm telling you, I became so depressed. I need to go find something to eat.
Good.
Which, of course, I found some chocolate, which then gave me indigestion.
I'm so sorry.
It was a horrible 24 hours. But then I realized I am not one of these people to eke out a pattern. And I'll have to tell you why.
And by eke, what do you mean by eke out a pattern?
Like, try to get the pattern on the least amount of fabric possible so that you can not buy as much. 50 years ago, 52 years ago, I was making my Easter dress. And it was a very pretty pattern. It was kind of a fit and flare. And I had bought silk.
Uh-oh.
Robin's egg blue silk.
Uh-oh.
And I was making a Vogue pattern.
Uh-oh.
And I was 9 inches short for fitting the entire pattern on the fabric. And I had bought exactly what that pattern had told me to buy. And luckily I was still in the same town where I had bought the fabric. So I went back. I had to buy it by a yard. They had a minimum quantity. So I had to buy a yard. Well, plus I needed to fit the skirt on.
Fit the...
So I had to go back and buy a yard. So now I have a rule that I at least buy a half a yard more than I need. Maybe as much as a yard more than I need for the pattern. Because now I'm buying fabric online. I'm buying fabric down in Virginia. I'm going to be making in New York. Any number of different things. So luckily, I had more fabric. Now, I will tell you that my intention was to, quote, color block this dress. So if you look, the pattern on the sleeve
and the sides is
different than the center.
Yeah.
Except in the front. Oh. I didn't have enough left to recut piece 4.
Oh.
In the color blocking. But you will see the color blocking on the sleeve, and you see it in the back, and you see it in the skirt. And I think because you see it in the sleeve, it will carry through.
I don't think anyone will.
I don't think anybody's really going to notice.
No.
I can tell you that the dress has pockets.
Awesome.
Awesome sauce. So they're already in. Really pleased. The next step that I need to do is put in the zipper, and my zipper is downstairs. So what I need to do is baste the back seam and then put in the zipper. The pattern suggests
an invisible
zipper. Again, this is where my years of sewing is going to come into play, because my experience with invisible zippers is terrible. Generally, when I put one in, it will then start to chew up the fabric that's next to it. The other problem I've had with invisible zippers of them popping open. And not because I'm trying to fit 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound bag. That's not the case. They'll just give. I've got a pair of pants downstairs that the black pair I bought is fine. The gray pair, the zipper's popping all the time. The same size pants. It's the zippers. So I have them downstairs to put a regular zipper in. And so I'm going to put a regular zipper in this dress. And I actually buy zippers. They're on a roll where I can decide how long the zipper needs to be. So I have the zipper downstairs waiting to go in. And then I have to cut the lining. That's the one thing I haven't done. I find, I guess relatively recently, that if I'm leaning over the table to cut out, I end up with pains in my shoulders. Now, I'm sure it's not from the cutting out. I'm sure it's from working on the computer and doing all this other kind of stuff. But where it gets me is what I'm cutting out. So I didn't want to cut out all in one fell swoop. I wanted to kind of stage it out. So I'll be doing the zipper tonight, and then I'll cut out the lining tomorrow. And then maybe Tuesday night or Wednesday night, I will start working on that, put it together. But I'm really pleased. The sleeves do not get lined. They just get a hem of about 1/2 inch, so they'll just get turned up.
Nice.
It fits like a charm.
Good.
That I'm really pleased with. And speaking of tension, I don't think did I mention last week? No, I think I went to the doctor this week. Yes, I found out on Wednesday.
What?
My blood pressure has dropped 20 points.
Holy crap!
Yes, they were starting to get worried about putting me on medication. No, it's just tension from the damn Peru trip.
I could have told them that!
So I'm now down to 120/78.
Holy crap!
Where I was 140/90. Until I would meditate in the doctor's office, then I could bring it down again. And I thought it was white coat syndrome. I thought I was just doing this because I was in the doctor's office.
Does it happen at Leaders too? Was it happening?
It did happen at Leaders. Yes, it happened at Leaders. It was at everybody's office. It was Peru. So, and this week, I'd even gone so far as to have potato chips the day before. I thought it was going to go to 150. I just said they're going to yell at me. Too bad. No, 120/78.
Well done.
Yes. Now if I'll just get my eating under control.
Yeah, well,
we'll be fine.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. But my blood pressure now no longer is indicating medication.
Yay!
Yes. And who knows? Maybe the glaucoma second drop is on that curve too.
On that way out? Nice.
Well, we'll see. We will see. So, well, that's eye pressure.
Yeah?
It's pressure of a kind. And I've been able to cut back on the prednisone I'm taking.
Oh,
so,
look at you being all healthy
all
and
that
shit.
healthy stuff. Yeah. Peru. No more trips.
Except for funsies.
Except for funsies, exactly. The trips where if suddenly I don't feel well because somehow I've ingested something, we can take the day off. It really has gotten very
It's stressful
when you have food allergies and things like that.
They tried very hard at the bridal shower, and they said they were going to bring me gluten-free pasta, and they come and bring me pasta with everyone else's meal, and I thought, okay, fine. They just put gluten-free pasta in, and then I realized, I took a bite, and 3 or 4 things of pasta, and I realized as I'm looking around chewing that I have the same pasta everyone else does. And so I spit out what I have because I really don't want to be ill. Really don't want to be ill. I am more concerned with being ill than being rude. So I spit it out, and I put it on my little, I spit it out on my little plate because we had fabric napkins, and yeah. So I asked one of the other girls to take a bite of my pasta and see if it tasted like hers, and she did, and she was like, yeah, that's real pasta. I was like, yeah, it's got a little sweetness to it, which gluten-free pasta I've noticed doesn't have. And so I made sure to let them know when they came around. I was like, I was supposed to get gluten-free, and then they ended up bringing me some. But then I went to a concert then as well last night, and we got chips and guac. I realized after my first 2 chips that they were wheat chips.
Oh no!
Because the tacos we had were corn shells, and so I thought they would be fine. So I thank goodness that my friend and I had already kind of canceled our plans for today because I was ill all day, and that was so much fun.
So sad.
So accidents
happen.
It happens.
And when you're with a group of college kids, because it's a class, it's even more stressful.
Yeah.
Because they're all standing around going, "But Dr. Predmor, what should we do today? What should we do today?" Or you've got appointments set up. Anyway, no more.
Good.
No more. We're good.
Good.
Anyway, I've ordered a few patterns.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, so we had a bad experience with the last Tilly.
We did.
But this is a stretch shirt.
Okay.
I think that it'll be fine.
Okay. And it's called Coco.
It's called Coco. And I've got another one coming. I think it's Agnes. Yes, Agnes.
Okay.
That Inside number 23 has made. So now what I want to do is I want to buy some stretch cotton because I think that they'll be very good for sailing. Mm-hmm. I burn like a lobster. So I do like wearing long sleeve, light cotton shirts. So you
want to come in and visit me at work and we can go to Mood?
Well, either that or we can buy it online.
Oh, okay.
But we can see. We'll see.
We'll see.
I might, by the end of the summer, need to have my hair trimmed.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide whether I should get mine done before Connecticut or not.
No, I can't do it because I'm still trying to get it all up. I know you can't.
Yeah. Mine doesn't go all the way up yet, but it's real close.
It's close.
It's real close. It starts falling down. It starts
longer than mine.
Because I started with it longer on one side, and my hair grows faster than yours.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. We've had this discussion before. It does. So it takes about 20 minutes, and then things start falling. But I have a really cute little ponytail that happens, and one of my coworkers was so funny because I started growing out my hair last July-ish, so almost a year now. But I had a really asymmetric haircut, so first we had to even it out, and then it could start growing fully out. And she's like, it's slightly disconcerting to see you with a ponytail now, because she was so used to having me with short hair.
Short hair.
Like, yes, I know. It's the best.
And this came.
Ooh.
And I love those mittens.
They're super cute.
They're Estonian mittens by Nancy Bush, who I took the class with at Vogue Knitting Live.
Oh.
And I just think they're adorable.
What is that moose sweater?
All right, so here's the pattern. And then, yes, this piecework is full of just really cute things. There's a moose sweater, the making of a moose.
I don't know why I need that. I feel like that is amazing.
I think it's made in DK.
Is it the... I think that's the back. That's the front.
That's so cute.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It's got the full... there it is.
It's a vintage pattern.
And it's printed in...
Oh my goodness, it's hilarious.
Yes.
I almost would want to make it in
look,
really
they've got lace curtains
Ooh,
you can make.
Wow. That seems like a lot of work for curtains.
Well, it does. I think they are crocheted.
They look like it.
That would take me quite a while.
Yeah.
But this piecework, very nice. Beautiful. Very nice. And you know, I'm always losing my gloves. I don't know what it is with me and gloves, but I always lose them. But you know, maybe if I were pink, I wouldn't.
Maybe it's that looks like it's embroidery almost over it.
It kind of does, but it's actually not. Because there is a special way they talk about it. Now, there. Oh. See, it's not embroidery. Huh. You're doing it over the knitting while you're knitting it.
Interesting.
Very interesting. It's called Russitude Inlay. I don't think we said who we were today.
If you're new here, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Carolyn.
I'm her daughter.
Right. I'm the idiot who, forgets things. Sorry about that. And it's Sunday, June 18th, and it is Father's Day. And we're in Long Island, New York. And I think this is episode 33, 32? 32 or 33. I'll figure it out when I start to post it. Anyway, yes, we want to thank everybody who is a longtime viewer, as well as anybody who started watching us today. I just re-upped for Tour de Sock, which starts sometime in July.
It's
33, the episode 33. Starts sometime in July, and I can't wait. I'm a very relaxed knitter with Tour de Sock, again, because of the thumb problems.
This usually pops up right around now.
It does, because I'm off from school and I'm knitting.
And you just go knit.
That's right. But I can't wait to see the Tour de Sock patterns this year, so that'll be nice. And I believe that I'm being put on a very relaxed team, so we feel like if we can get 2 pairs done, we've done a lot. So that's my team. And let's see what else. As I said, we've been working on the boat, and it's actually doing pretty well. I was very glad to see that the bilge pump was able to be fixed.
That's good.
Yes. So the electric bilge pump was fixed. We have a backup manual bilge pump, which always was working. So that was good. The stove is working just fine.
Good.
Now that we're starting to put water in the tanks, we'll be able to check the shower and make sure the shower is working. We do know the hot water's working because we were getting hot water out of the kitchen sink.
Good.
So that's good. And I think we're going to try the back bedroom this year.
Okay.
Yes. Your father thinks it's not going to be cool enough, so I've already photographed the fans that are in the rest of the boat. Okay. So, in fact, tonight I think we're going to order a couple fans for the back bedroom and see about hooking those up. And I think that's pretty good. Yeah, because I managed to hitch Father in the head getting it back into the bunk, in the forward bunk, last weekend.
Of course you did.
Yes. Well, we have to do a somersault to get back into bed. So I think the back bunk will actually be a little bit better, but we'll see. And I haven't done anything else. I've been trying to work pretty monogamously on my dress to get it really moving forward. I have so many needles that are out of the case that I really do need to finish some of these things.
Same.
I didn't buy any wool. I don't think I need to buy wool, maybe until Rhinebeck. Because I've got this sweater that I want to finish. I do want to get some of these things off the needles. Then we have that sweater for Dad that I promised I would make, which is in one of these bags.
Maybe
so I have
when I finish this one for Grandpa, you and I can cast on at the same time for Poppy.
That would be fun.
It would
be a lot of
You'll
fun.
beat me, but that's okay.
Well, but then he'll have a sweater he can wear out of the house.
He will have 2 sweaters he can wear out of the house.
That's right. And it won't be green.
And
so
it
my
won't
mother
be green,
will be
so
able
he
to
can wear it out of the house. It'll be great.
That's right. So we're here next Sunday.
We are here next Sunday.
But not the Sunday after.
No. We can. I bet we can do something.
We could tape it.
We could tape it, and then I can see about
uploading it.
Because
I don't think I can do it from the boat.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have to do it on your phone.
Maybe. We will see.
We can do something. All right. My technical advisor here
we will figure something out
for
the week of 4th of July.
Yes. I'm not going to be at knit night tomorrow because we have to be taking the boat to the dock. And for people who aren't attuned to the tidal variations, our boat is a deep boat, and the dock is not a deep dock. So we need to take it to the dock when it's high tide. High tide is at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. We tried to do all the work today, didn't get finished.
Yeah, well.
So we have to be at the dock tomorrow night at 7 o'clock so we can finish doing some of this work. And then we will be in good shape for Connecticut.
Good.
So that'll be good. And we will be here next Sunday. So that'll be good. Maybe I'll get to the point of getting up to the yoke on my dress. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be really good.
Yeah.
Then I think I'll let it lie. Let it sit there. And go back to the red sweater.
Yes.
Yes. Finish. Get the sleeves moving on that. Yeah, because that needs to be done beforehand. So all I have left is the sleeves.
Yeah.
Get that done.
Yeah.
And then I can go back to some of these other things. I'm thinking of maybe proposing one of these patterns that I wanted to make as my big project for the fall semester. Maybe. I've had that green sweater on the needles for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I propose that, I'm most likely going to get that done.
Yeah.
And I think that would make one of them, one of the categories. Because
Yeah.
I will only have 3 categories left, I think.
Wow.
I think.
I've been failing at my owls in Harry Potter, so I just kind of gave up. Sometimes you have to.
Yeah, you have to decide. Yeah. And Harry Potter's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I know some of our other compatriots are not as thrilled with staying in the Harry Potter world as they were.
I mean, staying in the world is fine. I think it's just some
of the prompts.
Some of the prompts aren't. Well, I think it's become very
involved.
It's just not.
Well, what my plan is to make sure I do one class. Yeah. And then if I can finish all the owls, great. I don't think I'd ever do newts. I really don't. I don't like that kind of pressure. No, I don't put pressure on myself at work. At that point, once I finish all the owls, become an owl mistress, you can still do missions and not have to really worry about you can do almost anything for a mission.
Yeah.
And then I can start working on the backlog that's back here.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be my plan.
Yeah.
So
probably.
Yes. I think that works. Works a lot. I was thinking about casting on a scarf for your boyfriend's father for his birthday. But I think instead I'm going to get him a bottle of wine. Don't know the man all that well. Feel a little bit at 6s and 7s as to whether a scarf would be a good plan or not. I don't know. I think I need to know him a little bit better before I do that. It's a lot of wear and tear on the hands at this point. So I heard that he likes a good red wine. So I'll go up to our local liquor store in Manhasset and find a good French bottle of wine.
Good.
And I think that'll be a good plan. I think that's my plan.
It's a good plan.
It is a good plan.
So
I think for myself, I'm going to get a floating chair. I've seen them, and they're in the newspaper today for like $5. So your father won't let me take the canoe with us because we have not portaged it up and tried it out. It's a canoe. It's a canoe.
What has stopped you all?
Other commitments,
the
like
fact
Peru,
that father doesn't want to
and working
put it
on
in
the boat and stuff like that.
And the fact that father doesn't want to put it in the car to go
No,
and do that?
I mean, we have to get the boat ready.
True.
So and we were away in Peru.
Yeah.
And all this other kind of stuff. And I had to buy boat paddles.
Mm.
But I think a canoe would be, anyway, the canoe has not been portaged yet.
I see.
So I figure a floating deck chair will be my little bagatelle for this trip.
Oh my God. It's going to be great.
And I can have a line attached to it so I won't float away.
It's going to be great.
So that's my plan. I'm going to have a floating deck chair.
Good.
I'm going to love it.
Good.
Love it, love it.
Good.
And the other thing, I think I decided I want to either make a cushion or get a cushion for the one side in the cockpit that does not lift up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, 2 inches, 3 inches, something like that. I have to measure it And then I'll see if I can find anybody that already has pre-made cushions. I think I want to get like a navy blue or a... So it won't be able to get so dirty because God knows people are going to step on these things. Yep. And that's about it. So I think we ought to...
I keep on trying to say something and she keeps on just going.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What do you want to say? What?
You're not the only one with a sewing bug recently.
Oh, what have you been doing?
I haven't been doing anything. I've been researching things.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the iPad and I just pushed the computer. Oops. So, I'm really into wide leg palazzo pant type look. For work, it's really comfortable. So I went on the Vogue site because I figured if I found a pattern, I could probably just make them instead of buying them, and it might be a little bit easier. So I was looking at these pants. Open.
It's coming.
But then, as Mom just pointed to, there's also a jumpsuit that would look real cute. So they have pockets.
Cute. And they're on sale.
So I know it's on sale. Oh, come on, here. Oh,
there we go.
So I'm looking at those wide leg pants. And it's also for the shirt, but I'm not so big on the shirt.
You can get them for $13.20.
I know. And then...
No, I think you have to hit that thing.
And then there's this jumpsuit that I really shouldn't be this into, but I am.
Oops. What happened there?
It zoomed in.
Okay.
Like, I don't know why I love this so much. Oh my God.
All right, here, tilt it towards me. There you go.
There. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. It's super wide leg. It's almost dress-like.
It is, yes.
So, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. It's super cute. And I work right by Mood, so I could probably pick up the fabric pretty easily.
Oh, yes, you could.
But...
No, what happened here? Hold on. What happened here?
You want to go back to where I had it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was something I was thinking about because I've been looking at pinup girl clothing recently, and they have these wide leg pants that are gorgeous, but they're over $100.
Oh, that's absurd.
Yeah.
That is just absurd.
So
well, I like the two that you've been looking at. I really do.
Yeah, I know. So I'm debating.
That's an interesting suit, too.
Yeah. All
right. Well,
so I will. That's cute.
Very cute. The legs are a little long, but
you could change that.
You could change that.
Mom saw that.
Found a 2-piece bathing suit.
Yes.
Which makes it very easy with the boat.
And a cover-up.
Oh, that is very cute.
That is.
All right, that's going to have to come home.
Okay, we might have to do an order of the 3 of them then.
That sounds good.
Yay!
That sounds like a plan.
So that's something that I've been looking at. And then I wanted, so you all don't know this, but what? So I kind of stopped with any TV news media probably 2-3 years ago because it was making me so upset. I just couldn't deal with it. So I stopped, and I just was reading BBC and other generally international news sources because it got a broad picture and I could easily just read the headlines.
The fire in London was terrible.
I know.
Just terrible.
Absolutely horrendous.
Anybody from there, it's just a heartache.
It's absolutely atrocious.
And they were saying that something to do with the new cladding that went on. Really upsetting. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But I found it was in a kind of listicle email I got from one of the headline-y kind of websites I subscribe to. But they were talking about how to get your news media in digestible little packets.
Okay.
And so they had 7 different podcasts. And there's 2. I think it's Up Front. Sorry, I want to pull it up so I don't get the names wrong. But it's Up Front by NPR and The Daily by the New York Times.
Oh, good.
And they update every morning, or every weekday morning. And each episode is like 20 minutes or less. So I can listen to the news before or as I get into work. And it's just little sound. It's just digestible. And if I'm interested in anything they say, I can go look it up. And I found over the last week it has really been good because I keep up on things. I'm not blindsided by coworkers saying like, "Oh, did you see the news last night?" No, I didn't, but I did hear about that. Because I wouldn't. Not that I was blindsided by coworkers, but it took me a little bit to get to read that stuff because I'd read it in the mornings, and sometimes, your morning schedule gets thrown off by an email that just came in, or things like that. So, someone would come by and go, "Oh, did you hear about that?" I'm like, "No, but I did see a headline, and I haven't read it yet."
She comes from a household where we get 4 newspapers. Yeah. Well, 3 on a daily basis. We get Newsday for the comics.
Yes.
We get the Wall Street Journal, and we get the Financial Times. On Saturday, we get 4 newspapers because we get the New York Times for the weekend. So we get Saturday News, New York Times, Saturday Newsday, Saturday Financial Times, and Saturday Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
On Sunday, we're down to 2 newspapers. We're down to Newsday and the New York Times.
Yeah.
I get the Financial Times so I can get a European perspective on things. I also am probably going to look at the BBC online at some point during the day. So I have seen the picture of the royal family looking at the trooping of the guard for the Queen's birthday yesterday. Yes. The ladies in pink were adorable.
So cute. So good.
So cute.
So good.
So very cute.
So I come from a very
newsy family.
Yeah, and I mean, my parents read the paper every day. I never read the paper every day, but
we watched the news every night. But we watched
the news every night, and I mean, with my grandparents, you watch the 5 o'clock, you watch
the 6 o'clock,
the 6 o'clock, you watch the 11 o'clock.
No, you forgot the noon news.
Oh, sorry, yes, it starts with noon.
Yes.
So you watch the noon, the 5, the 6, and the 11. So
sometimes the 10.
Sometimes the 10, but usually we can fudge the 10 and just watch the 11.
Yes.
Because
something might
5 gets a little. 5 news hours is a bit much.
Yes.
It's a bit much. But
it is.
So when I put
my parents during the summer are watching the news that often to catch the temperature of the water.
Oh yeah. But
they're usually down at the beach and they want to know what the water temperature is.
But so when I kind of went on this like I'm not going to actively watch the news kind of thing, it didn't affect me as much because I was still getting it when I came to visit my parents. I was still getting it, all the time anyways. But I mean, even when I was in high school, I was, we'd bring in the paper and I'd read through, the headlines or whatever caught my fancy.
Which is important because one of the things about just getting your news and looking at the specific things you're interested in is that you're doing a narrow casting dive.
Yeah.
And you never do the broadband search. So you never know that there's other things that are happening. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons I like paging through the paper is that I get a broad spectrum of what's going on kind of all over. It may not be the things that I really want to delve into. And I may not read certain pieces with the same intensity that your dad does. But I get an overview of what's happening. And I'm not saying that I agree with everything that's happening, nothing like that, but at least I'm getting a broad overview. I'm finding with my students at school, they have things that are preset on their phones or their computers. They're only looking at those things, and they're not looking at a broad spectrum.
Which is why I'm enjoying having the updates, because now I'm getting a broader spectrum. I'm getting a broader spectrum, and I'm really glad that I found them, and like it didn't download appropriately. It didn't download correctly on Thursday, so I had to wait until I got home on Thursday, and then I just saved it actually for Friday. And I listened to Thursday and Friday's news, even though I had known most of it, because I had actually started looking at things again, and because a lot of my friends will watch or read the news often, and so I hear about things. It's not like I was not aware. It's just that I wasn't actively going and looking for it as frequently as I had in the past, just because it had gotten a lot and really vicious.
Very vicious.
And very...
We're also very sorry
very
about the people
sad.
who were shot down in Alexandria, Virginia.
Yeah. Yeah.
That hits very close to home. I was born in Alexandria, Virginia. My parents are still in Alexandria, Virginia, as are both my brothers. And I have to say that I don't actually intimately know this ball field that they were at. But to have someone that upset with politics, that they would think about taking a gun to a ball field, I think is horrendous. And I'm so glad that the Democratic ball team immediately went into a prayer huddle. I think that the Democratic team giving the trophy,
they won 11-2,
giving it to the Republicans to tell them to put it into the senator's room.
Yeah,
I think is absolutely the spirit that I'm always hoping for in my government officials, because I know that you can have very diverse opinions about what is best for our country and still have the best intentions and the best wishes for our country, and I'm sure that's true. But I don't think anything should be brought to the point of a gun.
And also to bring it to what is a traditional...
sharing of opinions, sharing, I mean, across
not even that.
the board.
This is a baseball game that they do every...
But it's the teams are Republicans and Democrats, and they get them together. And I think anytime they get together, it's a really good thing. So I do want to say that our hearts go out to the people who were at the game or at the practice. Thank goodness none of the children who were brought with their fathers were hurt. That's a blessing. And I'm so glad the senator, they think his chances for surviving are increasing every day, which is wonderful. So we certainly want to send our best wishes to him and his family. It's just incredible. We should never be devolving down into this low level. But, horrible.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. I thought you'd find that interesting.
I do find that very interesting. I'm glad you're getting back into the realm of real people.
Hey.
Well, it's hard. I think to be able to make your way in the world, you need to know what's going on in terms of finance, in terms of everything. And so having a broad spectrum, I think, is important.
Yeah.
You have to know how to invest your own money.
Yes. Which no one ever teaches you these things. Like, unless, like, your parents, like, do it. They don't have a class on this in high school.
Or in a college of how to manage your own personal finances.
It's just very frustrating. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. And they're very interesting podcasts as well, if you want to check them out.
There's another one that's an app.
Oh, you think Politico?
No, begins with an S. The Skimm.
Oh, I have not checked that out yet.
The Skimm, it was done by 2 women, I think, from the financial world. So my class told me about the Skimm.
Check that out.
And it is another broad spectrum.
Nice. But yeah, I wanted to let you know about that because
very cool.
You had gotten on my case about not watching the news.
I have a little while ago. I teach. I need to know what's going on. Have been taking people to strange places.
Yes.
I needed to know about things.
See, all I need to know for my job is, can I get where I need to go on the subway? Which you can Google very easily.
And I need to know about Zika. Where is Zika? And, oh, by the way, where's yellow fever? And is it spreading? And what's going on?
And is there political unrest?
That's exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I need to keep up on a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we're going to order some patterns.
So we're not weaving in ends this week. We're
going to order patterns.
And think about going to Mood.
Yes, and...
we ought to make you a whole new coat since yours is wearing out.
I know. I want to look at... I have that fabric. I have that pink and purple plaid that we could do.
We could do that.
We could do that. And I think that would look cuter in a more fitted and then really flared.
All right, you have to find a
skirt.
pattern for that.
I think I have a pattern.
Okay.
I think I have a pattern that we were going to convert in. It's an actual jacket pattern that we were going to make a dress. Like, we were just going to tack. And then I realized recently that I would, even though I am always cold, I would dye in a wool mohair dress.
Yes, so it would make a good.
Yeah, coat. So maybe I'll pull out that pattern and
that'd be good. We can look at it.
We can look at that. Yeah, because that coat it's beautiful, but it's kind of.
So I hope by next week I'll have this dress done.
That would be good.
Looks like I can.
Yes.
So I'm very pleased with that, and I'll have my other dress, my knitted dress, up to the point where the yoke would be.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. I
think
I can
maybe
do that.
I'll have the body of the sweater done. Probably not, but we're gonna try.
I'm going to have the body of my featherweight done. I'm going to work on that the rest of the night.
Yes, so but you only got, what, another inch?
An inch and a half, I think.
Okay.
And then I can bind off and I can just bring it with me. And it can be a vest while keeping me warm at night. Yes. So that's it. We're going to order patterns. We'll say goodnight.
Talk to you later. Bye.